Matheny Fieldhouse on the campus of Geneva College as we bring you Game 2 of America's original Roundball Classic here on the Champ Sports Network. Good afternoon, everybody. Sean Gallagher alongside with Mike Ossie as we're coming to you from the second level at the old Fieldhouse here at Geneva College, and we are ready to tip off in the Girls Class AAA versus Girls Class Quad A matchup this afternoon. The rosters have been announced. They were announced under a spotlight, and we are ready to get going as we are at center court, ready to tip off.
I'm almost jealous of their introductions. Some very entertaining starting lineup announcements.
The Quad A wins the tip-off as they're working around the perimeter. This is Marsek moving inside, turn around, put up, and number 45, Erin Matthews, is fouled as she went up with the basket.
Erin's going to have the easiest time out of anybody inside here today, as she is the biggest girl on the floor. Trying to work her inside through the paint and get her a layup, ends up getting fouled.
Matthews' first attempt is no good. If you're just tuning in, this game between these Quad A and AAA, it's mainly an all-star game of some of the best across the WPIAL. Many of these athletes are attending PSAC schools, and others are attending Division I-A schools as well. Second attempt by Matthews is good, 1-0 Quad A, as we're just at the start of this game. Controlling it now, number 22, Denman down low, leaves it along the left wing, back up top. This is Law driving down low, one-hander, can't get it, offensive rebound, picks it up, off the backboard, no good, gets it back again, and finally puts it in, 2-1, AAA All-Stars.
And impressive rebounding, too, by AAA, continuously fighting underneath the hoop there despite the undersize they were by the defenders.
Pietropola, that's number 30, Megan Maresik, with the right wing three, no good. Long NBA three, and up by number 12, Monica Burns out of Hempfield. And it's 4-2 in favor of the Quad A All-Stars.
Almost an NBA range three. There was a hand in her face, too. Nobody else open decided to take the stroke and nail it.
Come back down low. This is Torres, can't put it up. Defensive rebound by Erin Matthews out of Fox Chapel. Fast break down low, number 32, Krista Petroliak. She cannot control it. Back come the AAA All-Stars. Near corner three, put up by the AAA All-Star Carly Mellinger out of Greensburg, Salem. And it's 5-4 AAA All-Stars. She is attending, or she's still considering her options where to play college basketball. Offensive end for the Quad A, down low. Nice pass by number 30, Maresik to Erin Matthews. And again, the score back in favor, 6-5 of the Quad A All-Stars.
And you're seeing the difference here between Quad A and AAA. AAA, a smaller, more guard lineup, is a lot more outside shooting comparison to Quad A going inside with their big.
Long three from the left wing, no good by the AAA All-Stars. That was Epps with the attempt. Defensive rebound picked up as Petropola moves it over to the left wing. Back inside Petropola. Long two, no good. Defensive rebound picked up by the AAA All-Stars, and it's Denman back the other way. Down the lane she goes. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound offensively. Trying to throw it up was number 32, Carrie Stewart from Hopewell. Ball will go back to the Quad A All-Stars as number 32, Krista Petropola, will inbound from underneath the basket. Back come the Quad A All-Stars forward court. This is Burns trying to move it inside. And there will be a foul called on the AAA All-Stars. That'll be the team's second foul here in the first half. Unlike other high school games, this is a 2 20-minute halves, much like you'd see in college, and maybe good to get used to this since they're going to be in college next year, Mike.
Yeah, it's giving them that movement to get the feel of the game. High school is definitely different than the college game, and a lot of these girls are going to be impact players on their teams no matter what level.
Maresik with a long shot, no good. Rebound underneath. Erin Matthews tried to put it up. She's fouled. So 3 fouls already on the AAA All-Stars.
And one thing, that not only the shot clock, not only the game clock and the difference there, but from high school to college, there's been rule change in the last few years. They've added to the college game, making a tighter game, and it's been involving with the fouls and when you can be able to touch the ball and what you can do on one-on-one defense. There's a lot of changes, so that's going to be something for them to get used to, too, that are not going to be the same as what they dealt with in WPIL or any of their high schools.
Erin Matthews makes her first attempt, misses the second one. She's 2 for 4 from the line early on in this game. We're not 3 minutes in yet, but it's 7-5 in favor of the Quad A All-Stars. Down low, that was Jenny, leaves it. Back up top. Torres out about the long three, back to the left wing, moves it back up top. This is number 22, Hallie Denman. Leaves it again. Coming down is Torres. Torres jumper from the free throw line makes it 7-all as we are over 3 minutes into this first half.
And what a move there, an ankle breaker move for the jump shot.
Turnaround shot by number 45, Erin Matthews out of Fox Chapel. A lot of action from her. She's a forward from the Quad A from Fox Chapel. She's going to be playing at Duke, Mike, and we were talking in the pregame at the introductions. She is going to be someone to watch, especially if she's going to the ACC next year.
Once I heard Duke, I was impressed. Once I heard, they're not going to recruit somebody who can't play. I heard Duke, I was impressed. I'm going to keep my eye on her. She's the biggest girl on the floor, and she's getting herself to the free throw line, if nothing else. And they're smart. They're going to use her, go through the paint, and draw the foul, because how can you defend her? And if you do, it's going to be a foul.
Matthews makes both free throw attempts, 9-7 in favor of the Quad A All-Stars. Here in the Roundball Classic from Geneva College on the Champ Sports Network. AAA All-Stars coming back the other way. That was Patterson. She's fouled.
And not only was she fouled, it looked like she traveled. It looked like she was carrying the basketball there before even getting to the defender. They're going to call the foul.
So the first foul of the game on the Quad A All-Stars. Patterson inbounds to number 42, Kiana Law. Misses the fadeaway jumper. It goes out of bounds, but last goes off a Quad A player, so back to the AAA team.
I caught a game of Law here a few months ago, actually, in a tournament here at Geneva College. She's one of those unsung heroes. She has a jump shot despite her size and being a muscular player. She can be really rough underneath the hoop, but also outside.
Patterson back to Denman. Denman driving in from the near side. One-hander up and in. And it's 9-all between the Quad A All-Stars and the AAA All-Stars of the WPIL girls basketball. Long three attempt, no good by Burns. Offensive rebound picked up by the Quad A. Number 10, Taylor Brennan with a shot, and she makes it out of North Allegheny. And she is going to be playing basketball at Washington and Jefferson College, 12-9, and we're going to see a substitution, 5 new players coming in for each team as we reach the 5-minute mark of this first half.
Yeah, and they're pretty much forcing substitutions at the 5-minute mark because it being an all-star event. They want to see everybody on the floor.
Long three by Christine Elin from Mount Lebanon. Ties to get back up at 12. Back and forth they go. Long three off the rim by Pichapula. No good. Defensive rebound by Haley Dunman out of Blackhawk. She moves it past midcourt for the AAA All-Stars. They're wearing blue, and the Quad A All-Stars are wearing red uniforms. Patterson bounce pass down low. Law going up for the shot as she goes to the floor. Up defensive rebound picked up by Matthews. Quad A All-Stars come back the other way, excuse me. Far side three attempt. Good by number 30, Megan Moresic out of Bethel Park High School. And we're going to see substitutions come in, a fresh set of players. As you know, these are very big rosters. You're going to see a showcase like any All-Star game. And that's the exciting thing to see, Mike. You know, Champs covers a lot of high school basketball games, so we get to see the best of the best here. We got 2 other games coming up tonight as well.
Yeah, and you can't wait for those. I'm expecting a packed house when we get to some of those men's games later on. There's going to be some even bad blood and some rivalries you're going to see here on the court. It's their last event before going to college here in the high school ranks.
This is Barrett. New into the game from Central Valley, back up top. This is Rivers. Rivers driving in. She's from Hopewell, throws it up. She's fouled. She'll go to the line.
Kind of minimal contact there, but.
And number 2, Margie McCaffrey from Mount Lebanon will be called for the foul. And Shania Rivers will attempt her first free throw attempts this afternoon. First attempt bounces off the back of the rim, no good. 14:36 left here. This is the Roundball Classic on the Champ Sports Network. A 15-2 lead for the Quad A All-Stars. Second attempt by Rivers is good. 2-point game. And back come the Quad A All-Stars. As we mentioned, 5 new players in for this segment. Bounce pass. This is Epps. Epps working back to the top. Moving it inside, but taken away almost. And they finally do. It's number 10. Amira Moore fought for that one, and bringing it back is Barrett. Barrett down low, throws it up, and she drives in. and puts in the basket. 15-15.
And that's Mano. Saw the lane, saw it was open, and took to the layup.
Quad A All-Stars back on their offensive end. On the right wing, it's Heron. Working it back up top. Right now, they're working a 2-3 zone right now are the AAA All-Stars, and it works there as number 10, Myra Moore, is able to get it, but she loses it, and they'll have to reset the Quad A All-Stars. As it's number 20, Jada Epps throws it up, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And the interesting thing here, Quad A All-Stars have not changed or adjusted their game plan despite losing Aaron Matthews as they switched out to a new starting 5. They're smaller. They have more guards out there, but they're still playing inside, and they're still drawing fouls, even with a player that's probably 5'5", being generous.
Epps out of Gateway misses her first attempt. She's considering either Edinburgh University in the PSAC or Clemson University out of the ACC.
That is the opposite considerations you could ever have there.
Second attempt is good. It's 16-15 in favor of the AAA All-Stars. Fast break down low, and number 20, Sierra Patterson, cannot control it. Or, excuse me, that is number 10, Amira Moore. Couldn't get a handle on it, so the ball goes back to the Quad A All-Stars.
When you have a consideration of either Edinburgh or Clemson, obviously one D1 and the ACC, the other one not, it's a lower level, but it's going to be about playing time and where she'll choose to go. That's going to be the main factor.
Back up top is Epps. Epps being covered, driving down the lane through a double team. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. Taylor Brennan is the guilty party on the foul. And again, Epps will go to the line to shoot 2.
It's deja vu. The same thing. Watch, rinse, and repeat. Go to the line, going through the paint, ends up drawing the foul and hitting her free throws.
Epps' first attempt is good. Gives the Quad A All-Stars an 18-15 lead. Excuse me, I got my teams mixed up around that previous trip to the free throw line. It is 18-15 in favor of the Quad A team. They're wearing the generic red uniforms, while the AAA team is wearing the blue uniforms of the Roundball Classic. And the ball turned over by the AAA All-Stars, and they will inbound from underneath the basket as the Quad A All-Stars move back the other way. Elin inbounds it for Harris. Harris working up top, trying to move it down low, and it goes to the hands of Krista Magoo out of Chartiers Valley. And as we mentioned on the broadcast, the PSAC, there are 6 players out of the AAA that will be attending PSAC schools, and 2 from the Quad A girls in the WPIAL. Long 2 by number 10 for the AAA All-Stars. Amira Moore, no good. Back on the Quad A All-Stars. Let's move it down low to Magoo, off the hand of number 34. Barrett come back in the other way, as it is number 4, Shania Liver. She goes up, she loses it, and ball goes out of bounds back to the Quad A All-Stars.
Consecutive possessions in which they're basically just handing the ball back off to Quad A. AAA kind of maybe needs to get their minds right in this game.
12:25 left here first half in the Roundball Classic. Quad A leads AAA in the best of the WPIAL girls in basketball here at Geneva College. Quad A with it, driving down low, Epps, leaves it for Magoo, and a short little jumper is good. And Magoo is going to my alma mater, Shippensburg University, in the fall.
I know you already have a favorite player because of that. No bias.
Coach Terry getting another great forward. AAA comes back the other way, losing it on the way in is Moore. Moore loses it, picked up by Elin. This is Harris driving down low. It's Epps, throws it up, no good. Rebound as Yulin gets it again. It's up for grabs. So offensive rebound, Yulin. Now it's picked up defensively, as it was a hot potato, as Abby Tresiak out of, number 34, Sierra Barrett, out of Central Valley controls it. Shot missed, and Quad A went for the ball on the baseline as it was loose. Ball will go back to the AAA All-Stars again. That first set of players will come back out for a new set of players. They
got to get everybody on the court. Everyone needs to touch the court, play a few minutes there, get the limelight.
Yeah, usually when you're listening to a game or watching a game, you notice that it's maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 players at a time. It is a full line shift like in hockey. You got to be on your toes. Here comes number 45, Mathias. Offensively, down low. Bank off the board and good. She gives her team a 22-15 lead as the Quad A All-Stars lead the AAA All-Stars of the WPIAL. AAA moving it around on the right wing. That's Eggers. Eggers trying to move it inside, back up top. This is Mellinger. Mellinger loses it out of Greensburg-Salem. Coming back on the fast break. Zimmer leaves it. McCaffrey couldn't put it up. Defensively picked up by the AAA All-Stars. A chance for Natalie Fakula. Throws it up off the side of the rim. Gets her own rebound. 22-17.
Fakula does a turnaround move there before getting the layup.
Mathias, 3 off the rim. Offensive rebound picked up. Burns back over. Zimmer, 3. It's good from the left wing. And it's 25-17 in favor of the Quad A All-Stars.
Nothing but net again outside. Such long range on many of these guards for Quad A.
Eggers loses it as number 12, Monica Burns, defended her. Last touch by the AAA All-Stars. Ball goes back to the Quad A team.
And you mentioned the 5-player hockey style line shift. You would figure it would also keep these fresh legs. Almost better basketball when these players are in there. And there's been some D1 schools in the past that even run an offense like that for that scheme to have fresh legs. I know UNLV in the early 90s, they went 5 in and 5 out to stay fresh.
Monica Burns misses a 3, goes out of bounds. AAA All-Stars inbound. Controlling it is Marissa Eggers out of Keystone Oaks. Leaves it for Emily Nepshield. Nepshield back outside. Thinking about a 3 was number 45, Taylor Thomas. Still working around the perimeter. Back to Thomas. 3 attempt. Falls short. Picked up defensively on the rebound by McCaffrey. They come back the other way quickly. Number 34 with the 3. Abby Tresiak out of another alma mater of mine, Seneca Valley. And it's 28-17.
It's all about you, Sean. I don't know if they knew this before you decided to broadcast this event, but they have somebody special, either from high school or
oh, my.
This is all
She's one of the few that are not going to college for basketball. She's actually going to be going to Providence College to play volleyball, so a multi-sport athlete in Tresiak.
She's tall enough to give up some lobs there on the volleyball court.
Coming down low on that for the Quad A All-Stars was number 2, Margie McCaffrey. She's still considering her college choice. She is out of Mount Lebanon. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 with her team up by 11 points. First attempt off the rim, no good.
AAA All-Stars here are kind of unraveling. We've seen turnovers, we've seen points off turnovers from Quad A, and now so many fouls. They're allowing points off these free throws, and it's just falling right into the laps of what Quad A wants to do.
McCaffrey makes a second attempt, 29-17, under 9 minutes left here in the first half in this Roundball Classic. Double team put on by the Quad A All-Stars. Bounce pass by number 2, Emily Nepshield, turned over. This is Zimmer, leaves it, coming down low. This is Burns from the near end. Rebound, trying to put it in. Mathias gets her own rebound. Long 3 from the right wing, off the rim by Zimmer, and defensively picked up by the AAA All-Stars, Marissa Eggers, and she is fouled. And it will be against number 2, Margie McCaffrey. And she will inbound right from midcourt.
Where Quad A could begin to pull away here.
Thomas driving down the lane for the AAA team, and she is fouled as she tried to go through her 45 counterpart, Erin Mathias.
And she's somebody that I would tell her keep going through the lane. She's somebody that's bulky enough that you get her through the lane, they're going to foul her. It's the same mentality when you had Erin Mathias in there for Quad A.
Taylor Thomas misses her first attempt. She's considering Bethany, Seton Hill, LaRoche, Point Park, or Cal PA for her college choice of playing basketball. Misses both attempts. Still a 12-point lead for the Quad A All-Stars. Over on the left wing, that's McCaffrey. Loses it. Nice handle by Mellinger to deflect it to her teammate Eggers. And she was looking for Mellinger going down low. And ball goes out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Quad A All-Stars, and they will inbound from the baseline. McCaffrey, long three attempt by Burns, no good. Defensively picked up by number 2, Emily Nepshield, and she cannot keep it in bounds. Nepshield out of Catani, and again another 5-player shift.
I'm not sure if Quad A knows where the 3-point line is, though. They're taking NBA range 3-point. NBA range and the women's game 3, it's going to count the same. There's no need to go over half court to shoot the basketball.
Well, if you've ever been to Matheny Fieldhouse, folks, you'll notice that they have the high school 3 and the college 3 on the hardwood.
They're shooting pro 3.
Yeah,
they're shooting beyond the college 3.
They're going for the pro 3. Another 5-player shift on both teams. Brennan for the Quad A All-Stars. Back to Petropola. Petropola couldn't control it. Down low and getting it is number 50, Krista Magoo. Gets that rebound as a couple players were on the floor. 31-17, back the other way. The AAA All-Stars, a 3 from Sierra Patterson out of West Mifflin. And Patterson is committed to play at Wright State University. So a 31-20 lead for the Quad A All-Stars. And going up for the AAA All-Stars was number 20, of course, Sierra Patterson.
Patterson needs help there. One of her defenders has to crash for her, kind of left between 3 defenders and having nowhere to go. Ends up getting herself to the free throw line, though.
Patterson makes the first attempt. Her team trails by 10 here in the Roundball Classic, Matheny Fieldhouse. Second attempt good, 31-22, a 9-point lead for the Quad A team. Pass forecourt. Comes Harris, leaves it. Petropola driving it in, one-hander, no good. Offensive rebound on the board. Magoo puts it in. 33-22. Magoo averaging 12.1 rebounds a game, and the other way, again, it's Patterson. She makes a long 2. Or, excuse me, that was a 3-pointer. By Patterson, it's 33-24.
Yeah, that's a 3-pointer only from the college range. See, it's confusing here because they're trying the NBA range 3 or the WNBA range 3, and then when they get college range 3, you think it's not as far.
Nice defensive play by Patterson, but Petropola controls it for the Quad A All-Stars. Moving it down low from the far end. Back up top, Petropola, 3, no good. Off the hand of a AAA All-Star. Goes off the hand of number 12, Alexis Yanif from Thomas Jefferson. And the AAA team will inbound from underneath the hoop. 6:25 left here in the first half. If you can only see our vantage point that me and Mike have, it's very interesting.
It's the first time I've called a game from a crow's nest in many years, and anyone who's driving towards us on that side of the court, we're not going to be able to see a layup.
Turnaround jumper, Kiana Law for the AAA team. Banks off one end of the hoop, the other one, and finally goes in. 33-26. Now only a 7-point deficit for the AAA All-Stars.
More here with behind-the-back moves on the one-on-one defense beyond the arc.
Magoo puts it up after getting the bounce pass from Krista Pietrula down low. And it's 35-26 in favor of the Quad A team. We're near the 5-minute mark in the first half.
Such lankiness in Sierra Patterson. She has the build of an outside shooter, as you see her shoot a 3 there.
Patterson misses on the 3 from the left wing, and she steps on the line, number 12, Alexis Yanif, for the AAA team. Back to the Quad A All-Stars, the ball will go.
You know, Geneva College, for being kind of in the outskirts and being a smaller school out in Beaver Falls, they get a lot of publicity. So many of these tournaments and high school basketball.
Great place of college basketball.
They get a lot of publicity for high school basketball and so much around this area, and, of course, high school football. There's a lot going on in Beaver Falls you never would expect.
Oresic misses the 3. Goes out of bounds. The AAA All-Stars will take it back. And, of course, we have 2 other games coming up following this one. It's Denman from Blackhawk working it along the right wing and being defended by number 32, Krista Petropola out of Plum, and she'll be called for a foul.
Yeah, those games later on tonight, some of the boys become men, and you get the last high school game, the last rivalry, and go into college and see what they can do on the floor.
Nice 7-foot jumper from number 40. Haley Torres out of South Park for the AAA team, 35-28 in favor of Quad A. Offensive end, Quad A can't control it, goes out of bounds, and they will inbound from the near end on their opposite end, and they move it back the other way. AAA All-Stars moving it down low, turn around, Yannick goes up, she's fouled.
And a body bump by the offensive player, almost a charge. The referee did not seem to call the charge, ends up getting hurt at the free throw line, but a body bump on the turnaround gets herself the open shot. She misses and gets to the free throw line, but the defender could argue a charge as the offensive player initiated contact.
Yanna's first attempt is good. She is committed to play at Millersville University, so one of the 6 players on this AAA All-Star squad that will be attending a school in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference come next fall. Second attempt, no good, 35-29. 6-point lead currently for the Quad A squad. Near side 3 attempt by Tripolchora, no good. Rebound offensively by Magoo, can't put it up. Again, another rebound. And number 30, Megan Marisic, the proper pronunciation of the last name from Bethel Park, makes the shot, 37-29. And again, we'll have substitutions.
Another line. This is what the 4th line coming onto the court.
Yeah, if you're wondering what kind of game this is the Roundball Classic. These are played all over the country. And this one being held for the WPIAL here at Geneva College at historical Matheny Fieldhouse in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Bounce pass down low. Ewan cannot put it in for the Quad A team. Trying to keep it in with a good effort was number 14, Angelina Starr from Franklin. And the Quad A All-Stars will inbound.
You know, everybody knows and talks about WPIL football, and that's history and that recognition. But WPIL basketball has come to the forefront in recent years. You get Devin Wilson playing a key role there at Virginia Tech. The WPIL basketball is not going away.
Defensive rebound, number 34, Sierra Barrett for Chartiers Valley, or Central Valley. Brings it back for the Quad A, AAA team. From the left wing, drive it in! She goes down, number 4, Shania Rivers. And that will be a charge on Rivers.
And I'm almost glad to see that, though, because the earlier possession, the offensive player initiated contact, they called it on the defense. If the offensive player initiates contact, especially with the basketball driving, it should be a charge. You have to teach them the rules before they go to college. Their game plan is going to be easy if not.
Almost a takeaway on defense by the AAA team. Down on the floor, number 22, Lauren Herron from Chartiers Valley for Quad A. And I did not see that, Mike. Was that a jump ball?
I did not see a jump ball. I don't believe there was a jump ball. It was just change of possession off of the foul.
Just wanted to get clarification, but AAA brought the ball down. Again, turns it over out of bounds. Quad A comes back the other way.
It's too bad we're not TV, because no one listening can really get the expression of how high up we are and how in the corner we are for the broadcast. You can see 90% of the game, though.
Zimmer inbounds for the Quad A team. They're leading currently 37-29. This is Epps, almost loses it. Back over, near end, working it back up top. Is Zimmer. Zimmer being covered by number 32, Stewart, and the ball goes out of bounds. Good pressure put on by Stewart as the AAA team will get it back.
Fans getting into this game, hearing some cheers and hollering there from the peanut gallery.
This is Barrett from the near wing. Driving down low, tries to put it up. Stewart gets the pass from her. Almost looked like a shot that got deflected into Stewart's hands. But it's a basket, 37-31. Back the other way, coast to coast, came the Quad A team. As number 2, McCaffrey, out of Mount Lebanon, had it knocked out of her hands. Ball goes back to the Quad A squad. Inbounded up top. This is Epps. Epps from the near wing. Down low in the paint. Down in the paint. Loses it. Defensively picked up by Barrett for Quad A. On a fast break. Stewart up there, and she puts it in. Nice one off the rim and in. 37-33. Deficit is only now 4 for the AAA All-Star team.
And set up by Sierra Barrett. Sierra Barrett, so much talent in her, one of those players that can make everybody else on the floor better and open up space.
And Epps, is fouled as she went up for the shot, and she will head back to the charity line.
Sierra Barrett's already won one MVP award in a tournament earlier this season here at Geneva College.
First attempt by Epps is good. 9 total fouls for the AAA team in the first half, and 6 for the Quad A squad. Second attempt by Epps off the rim, no good. Stewart with the defensive rebound for AAA. Rivers with it. She's going to take it herself. She goes up, loses it. No foul. Epps almost had it. Turnover again to AAA. That's Moore. Leaves it, and that is Starr with a quick shot. And down to the floor went Sierra Barrett. She got tangled up. And she's fouled, and she will head to the free throw line.
And most events, they give away a trophy for an MVP award. We're giving away a pogo head from pogoheads.com. You can get your face on top of this pogo head of sorts, and it's going to be interesting. Something they can say forever they want an MVP.
Sierra Barrett on the 1-and-1 doesn't make it. Picked up defensively by Quad A. They come back the other way. Epps is fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Referee's calling this game a little bit tighter here towards the end of the first half.
Epps' first attempt, no good. Minute 40 left here, first half. Epps' second attempt is good. 39-33 as the AAA All-Stars trail the Quad A All-Stars 39-33. Driving down low, nice play. Sierra Barrett goes coast to coast from Central Valley, 39-35.
Underneath her legs, too. That's a highlight reel play for the layup. That's, again, the talent that I keep going on and on about.
Epps trying to move it down low inside to Elin. Elin does get it, but goes off a body, comes up to Barrett for AAA, deflects off a hand, stays with the AAA team. Shania Rivers at midcourt. Epps got a hand on it, and finally it's thrown out of bounds. And I think went off the hand of a Quad A player, either Zimmer or Heron, but the ball will stay with the AAA team. Rivers on the far end. That's Stewart trying to move it outside, intercepted. Here comes McCaffrey for the red team. The Quad A All-Star throws it up, off the backboard, no good. Goes off the hand of number 10 for the AAA team, Amira Moore out of Moon. And the Quad A team with 52.7 seconds left will inbound from underneath the basket. And their offensive end. Up top, long three. McCaffrey doesn't make it. Defensive rebound picked up by number 32, Stewart. Back comes Rivers. Rivers, fast break down low. Trying to find number 34, Sierra Barrett. And she's fouled, and she will go to the line. Or, excuse me, never mind. They will inbound from underneath the basket. Here's Rivers. Short on the 3. Offensive rebound, though. Number 34, Sierra Barrett puts it in. With under 30 seconds left. It's only a 2-point deficit now for the AAA team.
And why? Because of Sierra Barrett. She's taken this game over in the last few minutes.
Here's McCaffrey, goes off the leg of number 4, Rivers. She picks it up for her team, the AAA squad. And coming down to Sierra Barrett, as Mike mentioned, she tried to go to the hoop again. She's fouled. As she drove in, she's going to go to the line. With her team only down by 2.
You obviously go to Aaron Matthias or going to Duke. She's going to be able to do this. But Sierra Barrett's another one of those players where by herself she can put the team on her back. She can get shots off. She can open up shots for other players. She can go as the best one-on-one defender for her team. And now to the free throw line, she's always drawing fouls and hitting her free throws.
Barrett makes the first attempt. She's going to shoot 2 here. The first one was good, 39-38. So a chance we could see this game tied going into overtime.
Yeah, and Quad A has as big of a lead as about 10 points through the first few minutes. We thought they were going to pull away and make this game a blowout.
Barrett, who's attending Cal PA, misses the second attempt. She gets her own rebound in low. She's going to go out of bounds, and ball goes back to the quad A, so the ladies in red will have a chance to have the final shot. 5 seconds left. Pass midcourt. 2 seconds left. Got to think about throwing it up here, and it won't be in time, and it'll be short. And that is how our first half will end here from Geneva College in this AAA versus Quad A matchup of the Roundball Classic from Matheny Fieldhouse with the score. The Quad A leading 39-38 with girls basketball. The best of the WPIAL playing here this afternoon, and we have 2 more games coming up for you. Mike, quickly before we go to break for halftime, what did you think? What stood out for you for both teams?
Well, I saw Quad A use their size, go a lot inside, trying to draw fouls, get the layups, and they're able to do that effectively in the first few minutes. It kind of got tightened up later due to foul trouble. And then you get to Sierra Barrett. It was the Sierra Barrett show before getting to halftime for AAA. They make this now a 1-point game. She's been MVP of other tournaments that she plays. Why not keep that going here for the Roundball Classic before going off to college? And it was definitely an entertaining game and a competitive game and a close game as we expect all through the rest of the night.
Well, our score 39-38, and we're getting the MVPs from our first game, which matched up the Class A versus Class AA, and a mix of the City League as well. And they're announcing the MVPs, and your MVPs from that first game were Sierra Fordham from Alderice and Yassine Diop from Seton LaSalle, who was another MVP of that first game. And, of course, they will announce the MVP of this game at the half of our next game, which is on the broadcast. After this one, it matches up the boys AAA versus boys AA tonight around 6 o'clock, and then we'll have the Class A City League prep game against the Quad A game, which I think is going to be a good one, Mike.
Yeah, and anyone out there, any of the avid Champ Sports Network listeners are going to be probably annoyed. It's going to be the Mike and Sean program for the next, 6 hours, but we will bring you the cap of high school basketball for not only their careers but our coverage here at the Champ Sports Network, and then keep tabs on these girls. You're going to see a lot of them play at the college level.
Well, as we have some halftime entertainment, me and Mike will step aside. Your score for the Roundball Classic, it's the WPIAL girls AAA trailing the Quad A 39-38 here on the Champ Sports Network.
Some statistics are surprising, some are unbelievable, and some are simply unacceptable. Right now, nearly 30% of U.S. students aren't finishing high school. Nearly 30%, and that's the average. In many places, it's even higher than that. And fixing it is a responsibility to be ours for. This is President Obama, and I urge everyone, not just parents, but friends and neighbors and family members, to take responsibility for encouraging the high school students in your communities, to support them, challenge them, push them a little, and do whatever it takes to help them make it through. Because this is one statistic that simply can't afford to ignore. You can do your part by going to boostep.org and sending an email, a text message, or even a wake-up call to a student at risk of dropping out. Go to boostep.org and provide the boost that's needed to make it to graduation. A message from the U.S. Army and the Ad Council. My smartest football and my cancer of the present. My name is Roundball, and this is the end of the world. It's such a lot of kids in the family over. Kids with football but to say that's extra little push. So every year, teaching national students
Take responsibility for encouraging the high school students in your communities. To support them, challenge them, push them a little, and do whatever it takes.
Back inside Matheny Fieldhouse, just about to get started here. The second half of the Roundball Classic game between the WPIAL Girls Basketball AAA All-Stars and the Quad A All-Stars, with the Quad A team leading 39-38 here at Matheny Fieldhouse. Sean Gallagher, Mike Ossie, happy to be back with you on the Champ Sports Network. Well, we just watched a three-point competition like you see in the NBA All-Star game, and one of the people I have highlighted here from the first half from the AAA team, Sierra Patterson, was the champion. Mike, some of the people that stood out to me, and let me know what you think. Sierra Patterson, Carrie Stewart, Sierra Barrett were three that stood out to me on this AAA team. And then on the Quad A, you had Megan Moresic, Krista Pietropola, Aaron Mathias out of Fox Chapel, and Kristen Magoo out of Chartiers Valley. Those were just some of the players, and I know that there are a lot of players on the court for both teams in this one, but those are a few that stood out to me.
Yeah, well, they're all all-stars, so they're all going to normally stand out. But I could only mention also Jada Epps for Quad A, just for able to get to the free throw line as often as she wasn't able to drill those free throws. But Quad A used their size. They have a 1-point lead, more guard play and outside shooting for AAA. We'll see what happens now in the second half.
Game 2 of a 4-game set here at the Roundball Classic. As the second half begins, Quad A has possession. It's Burns working up top over to the far end. This is Mathias. Fox Chapel committed to Duke. Going to drive it inside, past 2-3 defenders, bounce pass. As a turnaround by number 34, Abby Tresiak out of Seneca. She goes over the shot, rebound. Mathias gets the rebound, puts it in, and the one. And she'll try to make it a 3-point play, as it is now 41-38 in favor of the Quad A team.
I almost wish we could see her on the floor the whole game. I mean, she is such an impact player. How tall she is. She has a shot. She can make free throws. You can't hack a Mathias. There's no game plan for her, really.
Well, that time she didn't make it, but she did get the offensive rebound, moving it to her teammate, Tresiak. And Tresiak loses it, but it goes off the hand of the AAA defender, so Quad A gets it back.
And it won't be as easy to rebound in the ACC as it will be here in the WPIL, but she's a double-double machine in high school. Maybe she can be that in college depending on her minutes.
Burns driving it down low, defensive rebound, picked up by number 44, Natalie Fakula. Back AAA comes for their first offensive possession. Long three attempt, no good. Rebound as Mellinger missed the three. Picking it up, number 24, Marissa Eggers couldn't get it in. Defensively picked up by Mathias for Quade, and they come back to the offensive end. Back up top, Tresiak out of Seneca Valley, Tresiak out of Seneca Valley. These are for Marissa from Bethel Park. Right now, man-to-man defense by AAA! And number 12, Monica Burns from Hemphill makes the three-pointer, 44-38 in favor of Quad A.
Burns has been deadly from beyond the arc. She's been an assassin from three-point range, and I'm talking pro three-point range.
Nice defense by Maresic, but just a little too aggressive on number 24, Marissa Eggers of the AAA team, as they help each other up.
Yeah, they now totally blocked me off, though, right underneath the hoop. That's basically eliminating the entire color, man.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier in our broadcast, we have a very interesting vantage point, not like you would usually see from most broadcasts from the media table. So me and Mike broadcasting from the second level at Matheny Fieldhouse. Number 45, Taylor Thomas, makes a jumper for two.
Sean and I can now both say we've called a game from Matheny Fieldhouse from every location possible. I don't know who else can say that.
Three attempt by Maresic is no good. Rebound picked up defensively. Coming back, Thomas for Quad A, looking to drop it in the lane, go coast to coast, loses it on the way up. She's fouled, and Burns will be the one that's called on.
AAA trying to get themselves to the free throw line. Quad A lived there in the first half to build their lead.
Taylor Thomas from West Mifflin. As we mentioned, she has 5 different schools she's considering.
It's nice to have options. It is nice to have options. I didn't have 5 schools I was considering out of high school.
This is the attempt, 44-41. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line of that trip. Quad A down low as Maresic has it go off the leg of her teammate. That's actually number 32, excuse me. Krista Petropula, who loses it, and AAA will bring it back. Eggers driving down low, can't put it up. Rebound picked up defensively by Maresic. Maresic with it, lobs it up. Mathias gets it down low, can't roll it in, comes off the rim and out. And it's AAA with it now on the offensive end.
AAA looking to get points off turnovers. They saw Quad A flip them so much in that first half.
Fakula leaves it, three-point attempt by number 30, Mellinger. She misses. Another defensive rebound, Burns, with Quad A, works it back around to the top.
Burns had a layup option, but wants to be outside. She just really enjoys the outside shooting. She's a smaller player.
Maresic moving inside, back outside. 3 attempt by Burns, no good, as you mentioned, Mike. She tried to take that long, near NBA 3 from the left wing. Goes out of bounds. And last player to touch it was a AAA All-Star member, so Quad A gets it back, inbounded by Burns. Unable to put it up was Maresic. Defensive rebound, bounce pass down low, AAA off the rim as Mellinger tried to get it. Offensive rebound, though, number 45, Taylor Thomas, as we mentioned. She has a variety of options. Bethany from Bethany to Seton Hill to Point Park. She gets that shot. 44-43, 1-point lead, just as we had as we began the second half for the Quad A squad. Stopping. Throws up a shot, no good. That was number 32, Krista Petropula out of Plum. Again, Thomas with it. He's had a couple of possessions here in the second half. Over toward the right wing. This is Eggers driving down low. Can't get it in off the backboard. Picked up on the rebound by Mathias. She moves it back for Quad A. Burns on 3 this time. She gets it. Same direction she missed the first one to begin the second half. 47. Or 40.
Not yet. 46-43.
Actually, there we go. They put the 47
I was going to almost argue, too, it should almost be a 4-point shot. Where she's shooting from, it should almost give her 1 more point because Burns is taking a step back to make it a pro-style 3-point shot. If at first you don't succeed, try again, and eventually she is.
We were a step or 2 ahead of the scorekeeper, so yeah, 47-43. Fresh set of all-stars out for both squads. for the AAA team. That was number 40, Haley Torres from South Park, missing the shot. Bringing it back now is Epps. As Mike mentioned, she has been at the charity line, helped build that lead for Quad A. With it now is Brennan. Brennan leaves it. Inside with Magoo in the paint, works it back outside on the left wing. Works it onto the far end, driving inside. That was that was Harris. Down low, Magoo tried to put it up. And she will be called for a foul. Offensively, ball goes back to the AAA squad.
And unlike when you have Erin Mathias in there, who can be a sound player, she can get her own points, you're going to have Kristen Magoo, who is more of a defensive player. She's more of a presence because of how big she is. She can draw a foul, but she can't really shoot underneath.
Well, with the fadeaway, no good. Defensive rebound by Epps. Works it back toward midcourt. Looking to drive inside. Turn around, leaves it. Magoo. Quick shot, puts it up after it bounces off the board.
Magoo quiets me up. I say she can't shoot. There it is. She ends up with 2 points off my mouth.
5 minutes in, 49-43. Quad A leading AAA. Going to put up a screen. AAA loses the ball. Epps goes for it. She'll be held, and she will be fouled. That one will be on number 42, Kiana Law from Central Valley.
And you wouldn't figure such a skinny, probably 5'5" player in Epps would be able to draw this many fouls, but she's always moving. She's very athletic, and she's able to draw fouls one-on-one or even off a double team.
Here comes Quad A. Bounce pass by Harris. Left it for Brennan. Back to Harris, driving inside from the far end. Takes the shot, no good. Rebound offensively by Magoo. Can't put it in. Ball goes out of bounds after it last touched a Quad A player. And the AAA squad dressed in the generic Roundball Classic blue uniforms.
Sean, I think we're going to have to smile. We have a fans taking pictures of us. We're going to have to get ourselves, we're going to have to smile and make sure we get on Facebook properly for these fans.
Mm-hmm. Well, we missed something down here. It looks like number 20, Sierra Patterson, who had a very nice game.
Yeah, definitely.
She went down hard in the offensive end, and they're going to take a look at her. She looks to be okay. As we mentioned, she won the three-point shooting contest. As she gets up and she's talking to one of the trainers.
They want to have her walk on it, and obviously they've been doing the 5 players in, 5 players out line changes, hockey style, but with an injury here, I would guess subbing her and kind of maybe adjusting their lines or whatever you call them. She has definitely been one of the better players on the court, allowed the comeback by AAA in the first half. And in an all-star game like this before college, you don't want to see anybody in this short off-season before we get to the collegiate season in the fall get hurt.
Play resumes as AAA inbounds. Law can't put it in. Defensive rebound by Epps. Quad A comes back. Takes a shot from the free throw line, gets it. 51-43. Again, Quad A trying to get that lead back that they were able to put together. 11, 12-point lead that they had midway through the first half.
Yeah, almost there. Almost the double digits again.
Sierra Patterson is aggressive as she goes to the basket, and she gets the shot and the one. She's going to try to make this a three-point play.
After being injured, she then goes aggressive still, always an aggressive player, and gets to the free throw line. You really got to hand it to her. A tough player.
Chance to make it a three-point play, she does. 51-47.
And seeing a player get hurt and then do that for you, get a three-point play off the foul, that really can give new life to a group, and that's what you might see now from AAA.
51-46, actually. 5-point lead for Quad A. Epps turns it over for the Quad A All-Stars. And a jump ball, possession arrow belongs to the AAA team.
You know, and it's an all-star game, so these teams aren't going to have leaders. There's no one who's going to be leading them through a season, just an all-star game as they all come together from respective squads. But you go to Sierra Patterson, it definitely seems like she is one of the leaders for AAA.
Driving in from the far end, number 12, Alexis Yaneth for the AAA team. It's a three-point deficit for the AAA All-Stars. Quad A back with it in the offensive end. Moving inside, Harris turns around, looks, tries to leave it for Magoo. Magoo loses track of it. She's able to pick it up. Magoo averaging 12.1 rebounds a game this season for Chartiers Valley.
Yeah, she's in there. She's an all-star because of her rebounding prowess, not so much her ball handling as that almost was pickbocketed.
There's an attempt by number 22, Lauren Heron. She misses. Harris gets it back. Looking to move it back into Heron. She loses it. Defensive rebound picked up. Driving down low for AAA. Number 12, Yannick with another basket. Yannick out of Thomas Jefferson. The guard makes it a 1-point lead for the Quad A All-Stars, but a nice play. Looking, and we mentioned that Kristen McGoo down low. And I know Coach Turn at Shippensburg is going to really embrace having her on the squad next year.
Yeah, you can give them a scouting report. You've already called one of her games. Give your friends who are still at the radio station there a scouting report. This is what she can do.
Sierra Patterson with the miss as AAA came back. And now a turnover. Again, Sierra Patterson gets the defensive rebound on the steal. 2-on-1 bounce pass. Back to Patterson. She had Denman with her. Goes out of bounds. And again, we'll see Morse. We'll see the 5 substitutions. If you're wondering what kind of game this is, folks, this is an all-star game. So think of it as an NBA type all-star game where you're seeing, the best of the best. These girls, once they're, usually they're rivals. Now they're playing together as one squad for one day. So if you hear me saying Quad A, AAA, just understand that's what we have. We're an all-star game. And AAA driving down low, new set of players. Number 34, Sierra Baird, who had a nice first half. She's fouled as she went in, and she will go to the line.
Yeah, a nice first half is almost an understatement. It was a nice first half overall, but the last 5 minutes, she just really went nuts and brought her team within one after trailing by 10, almost single-handedly.
Barrett misses her first attempt. She's going to be attending Cal PA to play basketball.
And she was really a player who, calling some of her high school games the last couple of years, I thought maybe she could even be a D1 player. Maybe I know Maryland had scouted her and was at one of the tournaments here a few months back. So she's going to Cal PA. I'm sure she's going to do well there. But I even thought the sky might even have been higher for her.
Back with it comes Quad A, and that is McCaffrey working with Mathias. Mathias is fouled at the top of the point. And the Quad A squad will inbound as number 4, Harper Zimmer, out of Bethel Park, will inbound. Trying to move back up top. They reset as McCaffrey working with Moore defending her. Works it back to the near end. Driving down low. This is Traziak from Seneca Valley. Doesn't get the shot. Rebound picked up defensively by AAA. Back come the All-Stars in blue. Bounce pass into number 32. Carrie Stewart from number 34, Sierra Barrett. Makes it a tied game, 53-53. McCaffrey, left wing 3. No good by Zimmer. Then they'll let the ball go out of bounds. And AAA will take it back.
You can just tell when Sierra Barrett's on the floor, there's more confidence in AAA. She's a street ball player. She's somebody that one-on-one you cannot defend her, you cannot stop her, you can only hope to contain her. And there's been zone defense for most of these two teams throughout this game, but she can even break the zone.
Barrett with it for the AAA All-Stars. Looking back is Rivers. As she has McCaffrey on her, she loses it. McCaffrey still staying with her. She stays with the ball. Rivers leaves it. Number 10, Moore, throws up a shot and good. And it's 55-53, and this is, I think, the first lead for the AAA All-Stars since we had our first shot of the game.
Since we were 0-0s, and Moore converted the shot, but she missed a wide-open Sierra Barrett, though, so luckily she did hit it.
Zimmer with a shot. Doesn't make it. Rebound by Matthews. Can't roll it in. Gets her own rebound. She goes up. She's fouled. She had number 32, Carrie Stuffer, and Shania Rivers, number 4 on her from the AAA squad. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. And as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Erin Matthews is probably the most highlighted All-Star in this game. She's going to be playing at Duke. So she's going to go from Athene Fieldhouse to Cameron Indoor Stadium
birthplace
in
of
a
college
matter of a
basketball,
couple of months.
to the marquee of college basketball.
Matthews missed the first attempt, makes the second one. 55-54, AAA All-Stars leading the Quad A squad.
And with Duke, everyone knows Coach K and his 4 national titles there in Final Four. The women's team is one of the elite programs in the women's game, and you know that's saying something. There's only a few of them.
Going up with a shot for the AAA All-Stars with Sierra Barrett. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. She'll shoot 2. We have 10:23 left in this game. We got 2 more coming up on the Roundball Classic. She makes the first attempt. Sierra Barrett out of Central Valley. Barrett's second attempt is good. 57-54. Largest lead that the AAA All-Stars have had this afternoon.
And conveniently enough, is with Sierra Barrett on the floor. I'm sure they wish they could keep her on the floor more often, despite the rules here as an all-star game.
McCaffrey loses it on her way for the Quad A squad. Sierra Barrett with another AAA team goes up. Had Matthews working on her. It goes out of bounds. No foul called. And it will stay with AAA. Going down from underneath. Working it back up top. Almost didn't have anybody there, but Angelina Starr from Franklin keeps it. Long three. Rolls in and out. No good. Rebound picked up offensively. That Stewart can't put it in. Picked up by the Quad A squad as McCaffrey moves it back inside. She's been trying to drive down low the past few runs here on offense for Quad A. She loses it again. And back come the AAA All-Stars picking up steam. Down low. Stewart gets it in. Nice bounce pass from Shania Rivers. It is 59-54. Major momentum shift we've seen here in the last couple of minutes.
2-possession lead now for AAA. They trailed almost this entire game.
This is Zimmer for the Quad A squad. On the far end, turns it over. Here comes Shania Rivers. One-on-one. Spin around with McCaffrey. Can't put it in. Defensive rebound by number 40, Christine Elin. Back come the Quad A All-Stars trying to find Matthews. Down low was number 4, Harper Zimmer, and the Quad A squad just a little disorganized, if I could say so myself, Mike, on the offensive end these past few runs.
Yeah, they might almost becoming surprised, and now you're seeing AAA be able to not only get the turnovers, but get points off turnovers, and that's what Quad A did to them so often in the first half to get their lead.
AAA with a 5-point lead over the Quad A All-Stars. Sierra Barrett with it up top at the point. Matthews working on her. Takes a jumper. No good. Rebound off the hands. Back to the AAA squad is Angelina Starr. Able to grab it, put it in, won the fight. And it's 61-54, 7-point lead now.
You see the fans, you see AAA's bench, they're getting into this now.
McCaffrey, who just has not had the best past couple of minutes. She loses another ball as she was leading the charge back down to the offensive end. She loses it out of bounds, but they keep possession. And McCaffrey will inbound. It's Zimmer, works it over. Shot from the far end for 2, no good. That was Traziak. And her 34 counterpart, we said this name a lot the second half, Sierra Barrett taking it. Driving down low, pounding to get through 2 defenders on the Quad A squad. Trying to work through Mathis and Harris, that is Traziak. And she will head back to the line. And she'll take 2 shots. (62-54). Again, we'll see 5 new players come out for both All-Star teams.
I think she really just wants to keep Sierra Barrett there. Just keep Sierra Barrett on the floor, and you'll be good.
And we have a band coming in for the second game.
Very formal band. They have ties on. They're going in orderly fashion. This is a band that's going to make their presence felt.
This will be interesting with our broadcast. We'll be picking up the band for you on the Champ Sports Network.
We might. We're just above them.
63-54 as Sierra Barrett makes a shot. And as we mentioned, the other set of All-Stars back out for both teams. This is number 10, Brennan. For Quad A, leaves it back up top, moving it down low. Number 12, Monica Burns, tried to throw it in to number 50, Kristen Magoo. Goes off of a AAA player, and it will stay with the Quad A All-Stars with 8:01 left here to play in the game. Taylor Brennan on the left wing. Here's Burns. Moving it down low, back outside. Right wing 3, off the rim, no good. Burns gets the rebound for the Quad A squad. They continue to have possession. Brennan leaves it long. 3, and there you go. That's what you needed. Number 30, Megan Maresic from Bethel Park gets them a 3, 63-57. AAA down low, can't control it. Taylor Thomas missed the shot. Rebound picked up by Quad A. Burns back for court for Quad A. Her team trailing by 6. Another attempt by Maresic. She hits it again! Maresic makes it a 3-point game.
Another silky smooth jump shot.
AAA with it now. This is Nepshield. Leaves at number 44. Now Fakula trying to counter with the 3. No good. And it's Maresic with the rebound defensively for Quad A. Back come the Quad A All-Stars. Down low, McGoo. He was alone for a sec. Turnaround. Throws it in. She was alone for a few seconds, Mike.
She has to go to the hoop. She has to take that shot. There cannot be that hesitation. Try to find somebody else. Be a selfish player when you're that big.
8-0 run.
It's a right for the picking for you.
8-0 run for the Quad A team. And that was, from our vantage point, give you a number here. That was number 30, Carly Mellinger from Greensburg-Salem going up. She was fouled as she attempted the shot. She'll shoot 2.
For the Blue All-Stars, goes to the foul line. She'll shoot twice.
First attempt bounces in. 64-62, AAA leading the Quad A All-Stars of the WPIAL girls basketball here in the Roundball Classic. Second attempt, no good. Rebound picked up by Magoo. Looking for a teammate, bounce pass. Gets to Brennan. Brennan coming quick, past midcourt, down low inside, back outside. Burns, near side 3. Doesn't make the rim. Defensive rebound picked up by Nepshield. Nepshield bringing it, has a defender on her, throws it up, and almost a chance for a shot in 1. But she'll go to the line. Nepshield out of Katanning to shoot 2 with her team up by 2. And Nepshield will be attending the Rock, Slippery Rock University. First attempt by Nepshield, no good. 6:19 remaining in this game.
And this is where you got to make free throws. We even saw this national championship game, Kentucky and UConn. You got to make free throws. You miss free throws late, you deserve to lose.
Nepshield makes the second attempt, 65-62. Quad A All-Stars have led for most of this game. But a nice run here by the AAA All-Stars have given them a lead. But a nice 8-0 run by Quad A to get them back into it.
And you're playing for pride. Quad A does not want to see this game slip away after leading all the way through.
And we'll see what we have here. Maresic had possession. And there was a foul, I think, down low by AAA. So, Beltway set an inbound from the near end. Bounce pass in. This is Brennan. Setting up a screen was Burns. Brennan down low, throws it up. Doesn't go. Rebound picked up defensively by Taylor Thomas, number 45 for the AAA All-Stars. She'll take it herself down low through 2 defenders. Up and in the 1! Nice play by Taylor Thomas out of West Mifflin. I think the Big East would like that at Seton Hall. Not Seton Hall, Seton Hill, excuse me. I jumped the gun on that one.
The Big East may like it at Seton Hall as well.
It was Seton Hall, excuse me. Seton Hill. As we mentioned, she has 5 different schools she's considering to play basketball. She makes it a 3-point play, 68-62. Almost 5.5 left here. A turnover. Back comes Thomas again. Bounce pass down low, stopping, throwing it up. No good. Was number 24 Eggers. Rebound. Comes out to Magoo. Magoo!
Oh, and there's an elbow there. No foul call.
Keeping Taylor and Eggers at bay. As Mike mentioned, Eggers went down. 3-point attempt by Burns the other way. From the right wing is good for the Quad A All-Stars, 68-65.
Another one from Burns. Right, left, midcourt. She can hit the shot from anywhere on the floor.
Quad A makes it a 3-point deficit. Taylor with it for the AAA All-Stars. Looking to move inside, down low in the paint. And she gets tangled up with Maresic, and it's a jump ball, and possession arrow belongs to the Quad A All-Stars.
And Quad A, AAA, AA, Single A, it's only separated by how large the school is, the student body. There's nothing necessarily with skill. But Quad A always feels like, hey, we're better than AAA. They've been able to prove it in the past. Can they prove it now? They had a lead all game. Now they're trailing in the final 5 minutes.
Maresic, long 3, no good. Oh, I don't know if you got that one. I don't think you do. It hits the shot clock, and as you know, This is a college gymnasium as well for Geneva basketball. There's a shot clock right above the basket. She missed the three-pointer, bounced off the shot clock, which is off, and went in, but it will not count. 68-65, AAA still leads as they control it down low. Offensively, rebound picked up defensively by Moresic. Bounce pass for Burns, going inside. One-hander, number one! She'll try to make it a three-point play and tie this game up. 68-67 currently, 4:18 left in the game, and we're going to see substitutions again for the AAA squad.
And with the exception of Burns and a few outside three-point shots she's been able to hit, it's mostly been two teams now in the final 5 minutes going inside, going through the paint, using the lanes, and using your teammates to try to set yourself up for layups, which is smart because you want to make sure every possession is effective and you get as many points as you can, especially now if you're trailing for Quad A.
New substitutions for both all-star teams, and Burns does not make it a three-point play. Her team still trails by one, and the ball goes off of number 42, Kiana Law, and the ball is going to go back to the Quad A All-Stars, and Burns will inbound for her team.
They want that last possession. They want to use Matthias and have that last possession through the middle. That's what they're waiting for.
Burns back up top. Looking to move it inside, turn around, loses it on the way, and another jump ball this time going to the AAA All-Stars. And number 40, Haley Torres out of South Park, will inbound for the AAA team. She is committed to play basketball at Seton Hill. I think she'd like to have Taylor Thomas join her as well.
Maybe she can recruit her from this game.
Offensively comes AAA. Long two off the rim, no good. Mathias with the rebound for Quad A, and they'll come back. Burns, fast break to Epps. It's turned over, and getting it is number 12. That's Yannick, and they come back offensively, AAA. 3:30 left here. 1 point lead for the AAA All-Stars. Back outside. Sierra Patterson three. Got it! Patterson with the three, 71-67.
And leaves her hands up there to celebrate, and she deserves that celebration. Was injured earlier, comes back, and ever since the injury, she's been a new player. She's been rejuvenated.
Brennan trying to find Mathias. Brennan gets the rebound. Or Harris, excuse me, and ball goes out of bounds on a mishandle, and AAA will inbound.
It's an all-star game, it is. Doesn't really count for anything, but you can tell looking at Sierra Patterson, you can see her clapping her hands. Both these two teams want this win. They want to make this statement before going to college.
AAA with it. Offensively, down low, moving in for the near end. That's number 42, Law. She can't put it in. Oh, Mathias wasn't paying attention. She got the defensive rebound. Take it away. Law has a chance. Goes up. She's fouled. Mathias will be called for the foul. Weird series of events. Mathias just unaware of her being around. And the ball goes back to AAA, and now they have a chance for two.
That's why you always fight, though. That's why under the hoop you always fight until the possession is maintained. You always try for it. You always throw your hands up there, even if you can't see. Throw your hand up there, and maybe you accidentally get a rebound, or you draw a foul.
Kiana Law, who's attending the University of Missouri Kansas City campus, misses both free throws, 71-67. Still in favor of the AAA squad, but here comes Quad A down low. Mathias goes up, and she's fouled. She'll have a chance at two. Nice play on the bounce pass from Herron into Mathias.
That was a nice defensive play, even though it's a foul. It was a nice defensive play, trying to get the swat. It's a player who has 3 inches on you that you're almost able to block the shot of.
Mathias, the Duke commit, makes the first free throw, 71-68. 2:36 left here in the game. The AAA All-Stars leading the Quad A All-Stars. Mathias makes both free throw attempts. It's a 2-point game. Her team now only looking at a 2-point deficit with close to 2.5 left.
The one thing I'm really going to need to see from Mathias when she gets the ACC and Duke, I almost want to see more fire, more aggressiveness in her. With her size, just almost be evil on the floor, and she could be dominating.
Law moves it to Torres outside. She misses the three. Offensive rebound by the AAA All-Stars. Yannick back up top to Sierra Patterson trying to move through a screen, but she turns it over, and number 42, Law, who set up that screen, collides.
Epps tries to tell the referee, no, we didn't do anything. Some acting there on the triple team by Quad A. And we do get a call from the referee. He also talks to the bench to clear things up.
Epps and Law getting tangled up.
Another substitution.
And that'll actually be Harris who got tangled up with Law. And Harris is going to shoot a 1-and-1.
That's only a one-player sub, too. We're used to the 5-on, 5-out, so a one-player sub is a bit different.
Makes the first attempt on the 1-and-1, 71-70. Quad A trails AAA here between these WPIAL Girl Basketball All-Stars.
And All-Star games have the tendency to usually be blowouts. One team, if they're down, kind of gets out of control. Not this one. It has stayed close all the way through.
Harris ties it up at 71. We're reaching the 2-minute mark. A turnover. Quad A gets it back. Here's Epps going up against Patterson. Throws it up. Off the rim. No good. Matthews trying to go for the rebound. Trying to keep Law off of her.
I know she's frustrated and thought she was going to get the foul. No call from the referee, but she needs to hold that basketball above her head for the rebound, not below it. Don't let them swat it away from you.
Quad A maintains possession. Burns inbounds to Harris, who's working along the right wing to Burns. Working up top, trying to drive in low. Patterson tried to take it away. Back to Harris, driving in from the far side. Down low in a post to Matthews, and she's fouled. She's going to go to the line to shoot two. A minute 44 left here in this All-Star game.
They want to keep feeding Matthews. Use her size, get her to the free throw line, get the rebound, extend possessions. That's what she's born to do and what she's done all through college, or all through high school and going to do in college.
Matthews makes the first one, 72-71. Quad A All-Stars leading the AAA All-Stars. Matthews, the 6'3" forward, averaged 16.4 points a game and just a little shy of 1,100 career points at Fox Chapel. Makes the second one, 2-point lead.
Crowd starting to get restless here, and we still have some more fans coming in for the men's game.
AAA now again down. This time it's a 2-point deficit. 90 seconds left. Driving in is Law. Stutter steps, throws it up. No good. Doesn't reach the basket. And we have this is another jump ball. Yes, it is. And the possession arrow stays with the Quad A team, and they'll get the ball back, as it was Sierra Barrett for the AAA squad down low.
Sierra Barrett's had a double or triple team on her all game long.
Burns inbounds it. Here comes Epps. Pass midcourt. Trying to work through Law. She does. Stops. Throws it up. And it rolls in. Almost looked like it was going to pop out for a quick second. 75-71 for the two-pointer. 4-point lead for the Quad A All-Stars. Down low, this is number 34, Sierra Barrett, who says, okay, we got work to do.
She does a little dance there, almost arrogant to her defender, going above her, ended up with the layup on the pass. That's quarterback to receiver.
We're under the 1 minute mark, 55 seconds, an intentional foul on number 14 for the Quad A squad, Carly Harris, by Sierra Patterson. She'll shoot two with her squad up two.
Out of anyone on the court, I got to say, Sierra Barrett has the swag of a college player already. She has the mentality that, hey, high school's finished, I'm now in college.
Harris makes the first one, gives her team a 3-point lead here at Matheny Fieldhouse. Second attempt is good, 7-point lead. And Law will inbound for the AAA All-Stars. Epps showing pressure on Patterson, but Patterson able to move it past midcourt. Works on the far end. Stopping, bringing it in now, number 22. That was Denon. Denman cannot put it in. Rebound by Burns for Quad A, and Patterson again will intentionally foul Burns, sending her to the line. All you can really do in the situation, Mike.
You just keep on fouling. You just keep on intentionally fouling. You hope either there's going to be a missed free throw or maybe you can score. It's a two-possession game now. 4 points and 3 points couldn't be further away from each other based on the scheme now in the final 2 minutes of a basketball game. But you gotta, if you're AAA, you gotta make layups. That was an open lane and a missed layup. You can't miss shots like that.
Burns makes both shots, 79-73. 39.9 seconds remaining as AAA inbounds, and they trail by 6. Bounce pass. This is Torres. Torres bounce pass to Sierra Patterson. She's fouled, and she'll shoot two.
And these are necessary free throws in the final 30 seconds.
You're listening to the Roundball Classic here on the Champ Sports Network. This is the AAA versus Quad A matchup of the WPIAL Girls Basketball All-Stars.
I want to give a shout-out to PogoHeads.com, one of the sponsors here, and we'll give a MVP Pogo Head to the MVP of each game, as they will be able to have their face increase to tremendous proportions and be able to make them the face of their franchise at home for their family to brag about.
Sierra Patterson makes the first one, doesn't make the second one. Law going in for it, though. I saw her talking to Law before she took the second attempt. Maybe a planned play, but Law could not convert on the rebound by Patterson, and you can just see it. The two talking right now, high-fiving each other, so another chance at 2 shots with the team down by 5.
You have a lot of leaders on the floor. They're all leaders of their team through their seasons. That's why they're here. So you're going to have leaders coming together, and it's going to be able to game plan. And we saw that through this entire game. Why not keep it up in the final 30 seconds?
Kiana Law makes the first attempt, 79-75. Gets the second one, 3-point game with 29.1 left, and we're going to have a timeout by the AAA squad, and they're going to talk things over. Kind of nice flow to this game. We didn't see any timeouts until now, so we'll see how long this final 29.1 will be, but it's 79-76. The Quad A All-Stars leading the AAA All-Stars. Sean Gallagher, Mike Osti with you here at Geneva College, the birthplace of college basketball, here on the Champ Sports Network. And we got 2 more games coming up in the Roundball Classic. We have the AA All-Stars from the WPIAL boys basketball taking on the AAA squad. That's going to come a couple of minutes following this one, around 6 o'clock, and then the one that a lot of people are going to be watching because we have a couple of key players on both squads. You have the Single A All-Stars of the WPIAL, which are made up of public, prep, and charter schools, and then you have the Quad A matchup that they'll take on.
And it's a flu, and I know some of those Lincoln Park players are able to win a state title out of Single A. They feel they could beat anybody, so that's going to be a game to watch. That's going to be a game they're going to want.
Quad A to inbound. Epps to Burns. Working on the far side. Bounce pass for Harris. Harris back to the right wing. This is Maresic. She's fouled. Number 22. Haley Denman of Blackhawk intentionally fouling her. 21.1 seconds left. As Maresic out of Bethel Park will shoot 2. First attempt good. 80-76. A bit of a cushion.
Sure, the coach of the Quad A are just telling his girls, keep the dribble as much as you can, avoid the foul as much as you can, let the time from the game clock roll. If you do get fouled, make your free throws. If we hold serve and we play par, we win the game.
Maresic makes both shots. She'll come out. Subbing in for her will be Taylor Brennan from North Allegheny for the final 20 seconds. 5-point lead for the Quad A All-Stars.
Going to need a quick 3.
Sierra Barrett going up, and she's fouled as she drove in from the far side. She'll shoot 2.
The open three-pointers they did shy away from. She's able to get through the lane. It's more of an effective, and you figure more of a high percentage shot. She ends up missing, surprisingly, gets up the free throw line, and now these are must-make free throws.
Sierra Barrett has had a very nice second half. First attempt. Doesn't make it. 81-76, another substitution. Epps will come in, or Maresic will come back in, and Epps will come out.
Yeah, from the scout, Sierra Barrett's one of those standout players. End of the first half, here in the second half, you can just tell a vibe is different when she's on the floor. She's an MVP-type player, put her team in her back. She's done that in this game.
Sierra Barrett makes the second attempt, 81-77. This should just about do it with the final 12 seconds. Burns turns it over. Here's Sierra Patterson. Maybe I spoke to tune. Down low, number 40. Haley Torres out of South Park makes it a 3-point game. I think I jinxed.
You might have jinxed Quad A here because all Quad A had to do was dribble and let the final 5 seconds roll. They could not. They got a steal, and on the steal, that's a Reggie Miller playoff play in the mid-90s. You get the steal, you turn around, you find somebody. If they're not open, you take the shot. It's a 3-second play. AAA made that shot. They're now down by 2 in the final 6 seconds, and it's going to be one possession. And it now comes down to the wire.
In that last series when they did turn it over, you had Burns trying to move the ball forward. You also had the AAA All-Star team trying to intentionally foul if they could, but fortune turned their way. Sierra Patterson.
It was an accidental turnover.
Yeah.
It really was an accidental turnover. They were reaching in for the foul, and the ball was laying there in front of them off of just dropping it from the offensive player.
But the ball will stay with the Quad A All-Stars, so they'll get a second chance at it. Burns, final 4 seconds, moving inside. She's intentionally fouled this time. Sierra Barrett with the foul, and now this one should probably put a bow on it. Yeah. 81-79, if she makes both of these.
You hate to see Sierra Barrett go in a losing effort for her high school career the way she played in this game, but Good luck to her
Burns
at
makes
Cal PA.
Burns makes the first attempt. Another quick substitution in. And it will be McCaffrey coming in.
You know these coaches not want to hear from any parents or any other coaches, hey, my girl didn't play enough. Why not get a final sub in the final two?
Well, McCaffrey played a lot tonight. 2.1
she
seconds
did.
remaining. And that will do it. A heave from midcourt by Sierra Patterson. She smiles. Knowing she had a shot to make that one for style points. But instead, an exciting back-and-forth game where the Quad A squad led for most of it. Where AAA came on strong near the midpoint of the second half. But it was the effort of the Quad A squad in this all-star matchup. A spectacular one, to say the least. 83-79 as the Quad A squad defeats the AAA squad here in Game 2 of 4 on the America's Original Roundball Classic from Matheny Fieldhouse at Geneva College. Mike, I know they're going to pick MVPs, but if you could pick one or two people that could possibly be the MVP of this game, who would you say?
I mean, if I could give an MVP to a team that lost, I'd love to give it to Sierra Barrett. From what she did in the end of the first half and then the second half, she was able to take on double-team defenses, get shots off, get jump shots off. She could play inside. She was the best player that they set up for layups for AAA and single-handedly led the comeback. She falls short, though, so you go to Erin Matthias when she was on there and her rebounding prowess. Magoo, Epps, and what she was able to do at the free throw line. There's several players. It was more of a collective unit for Quad A, but Sierra Barrett was the best girl on the floor for either team. Unfortunately, her team did lose.
And you can hear from the drums, the band we mentioned, they're getting ready. They're warming up, and these squads are warming up for our third game, which should be coming up in about 20-25 minutes. They will match up the AA All-Stars from the boys basketball against the AAA boys basketball. As both teams have entered the court, they're beginning their warm-ups. With the final from the first game, 83-79, or excuse me, second game of the afternoon we've had here on the Chance Sports Network, 83-79. The Quad A girls defeat the AAA girls of the WPIAL All-Stars this afternoon. When we come back, we will have the first matchup of the boys basketball here from Matheny Fieldhouse, and yes, we will have drums for you. Until then, we'll be back in 20-25 minutes. Sean Gallagher, Mike Osley on the Champ Sports Network. You're home of the Roundball Classic.